Hi, this is A Punk with Toys, and today I am finally getting to the fourth video, the Four Horsemen, whether it be the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse or Ric Flair's Woo! Four Horsemen. It's the fourth video. I'm exhausted. I don't know why I'm doing this, other than I love toys, and I had to open this because I'm just amazed this has taken so long to get. So anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. And what we have here is the X-Men Age of Apocalypse Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Colossus. And this guy is massive. He really is big, and I'm going to show you just how big he is compared to some of these other figures. But this is the Build-A-Figure. So in the links, I'm going to put a link to all the other videos that I did for Wave 2 of the Age of Apocalypse X-Men series. To get this figure, you need to have all the figures other than Magneto to build him. But if you're going to get that, you might as well get Magneto because he may be one of the best looking figures in the line, other than possibly Sabretooth there. And I'm going to show you just how big he is. So anyway, I'm going to quickly look at this guy. And I do love the detail. He does come with two different hands. Alright, so he comes with two sets of hands. Again, two more than mail-it-in Cyclops. Marvel, I hope someone's listening because, or Hasbro, I hope someone's listening because it's $23. But he did get a leg with Cyclops. So anyway, here you have, he has his shoulder harness. It looks like you could repaint it, use it for Planet Hawk. You got his head sculpt. I love the way that his bandana, or whatever you want to call this, looks like it's like in the wind. Both the straps come off, so if you wanted to have him with a naked chest, just showing the metal, you could. Two sets of hands, double joints. I mean, this is a better figure than the Legion figure, the Cyclops figure. I'm trying to think who else is in the line. So, I mean, this really could have been in deluxe. So it is nice that they built such a wonderful, wonderful Build-A-Figure, in my opinion. He looks marvelous. The detail is nice. He's clearly angry. So, without further ado, fourth time having a look at Yoda. Fourth time having to hear the same Sick of It All song, which isn't a bad thing because greatest band on earth. Anyway, let's take a look at him. Compare him. You can see the size. Then I can wrap this thing up and maybe go to bed tonight. So let's take a look at it. Alright, so here's a better look at our figure. And I'm just going to start off by just how big is he, this Build-A-Figure. Well, let's start off with the runt. And again, I didn't hit this at the right angle. See how big he actually is compared to Wolverine. I mean, he's massive. This guy comes up just to about his chest. And you put him next to him, better idea. Alright, so that's the smallest figure. Let's take him next to his wife in the comic, Shadowcat. Now, she is your standard size because, take a look at Cyclops, and he's just a little bit taller. So, you're getting this massive scale of exactly how big he is. Alright, so we got the runt. Get rid of the runt here. Let's get rid of mail-in Cyclops and his wife. And so now the next thing we're going to look at is how big is he compared to Sabretooth. So if you watch the other video, you saw how big I said Sabretooth was. And here he is. He's standing them back to back. And you can see exactly how big he is. From this shot here, it's kind of hard to see because of how it's angled. But you can see back to back that he's bigger than Sabretooth. And Sabretooth is a large figure. So how big is he compared to the big baddie of this line? And he's actually bigger than the big baddie Apocalypse right there. Again, it doesn't really bother me because, as we know, Apocalypse grows. But you get an actual feel of how big he is. Now, I know a lot of people, they're not into this Age of Apocalypse. So the only other figure that I can compare him to, and I know many of you guys have this, is the movie Thanos that comes with the Tony Stark Infinity Saga box. Okay, so as you can see, they made Colossus almost as big as Thanos, which is kind of amazing to think they would do that. Again, he is huge, obviously much bigger than he is in the movies, other than the Deadpool movie. So I wanted to give you a size comparison of just how big he is, and he's a wonderfully big figure. And that's what you're going to get with this Build-A-Figure. So let's take a look at it now that we've compared our sizes. And what you are going to see is he does have double joints, but he can only move so much. He does get a good 90-degree angle there on his elbows, but it is a double jointed. But it's going to be hard to move. He's got a lot of armor on him. It's kind of funny they give him armor when he is one full sheet of armor when he turns to metal. Double knee joints, but he does get some good mobility right there. You can see he's going to move. He does have ankle rockers for the most part, so you can get him into some pretty good positions, but he does have this armor in front, so it is going to kind of maybe cause a little bit of issues moving it. His head, he's only going to move up and down so much, but at least they made it so this thing can come off if you want, but I absolutely love the way that it looks. Two different sets of hands, so he does have the fist punching hands, which is cool. Again, more than what they gave us with Cyclops. So you want to have him punching someone, punching our big baddie, which I did in the beginning. You have that. Both of these do come off. This actually just unsnaps and you can take it off. And see how he looks without it. And then we can actually slide off. Use the arm moves up here. Might be easier just take the whole arm off. So you may just want to take him. It catches a lot there. He actually looks pretty menacing like this. I mean, you got all that robot. It's not robot. All this metal kind of makes him look very robotic. The way they did the striations and all the muscles and everything, along with being metal. But he does have a nice ab crunch, so you want to have this bad boy punching the wind out of him. You can do it. I think you can get some pretty good pictures with this guy. Well, I gotta say, I actually kind of like him, without the Planet Hulk shoulder harness. Maybe put that one on. I might have to play around with him a little bit before I decide to pose him. But, he does have this thigh swivel, so you're going to be able to get some pretty good maneuverability with him. Just like with Thanos and Apocalypse here, his feet are just so big that I'm not sure if you're going to need a stand for him. You might want one depending on how wide of a stance, if he's punching, something like that, but he's not the heaviest guy. I mean, I'll tell you what, Apocalypse and Thanos are both way heavier than he is. But this is a wonderful figure, and if they would have packed this in with Two Fists and everything he got, and maybe gave him something else and threw him in for a deluxe for probably what, $34, he would have been well worth it, the same as Apocalypse here. So anyway, this is a look at your Colossus Age of Apocalypse Build-A-Figure, Wave 2, and I gotta say, I absolutely love him. Now let's wrap this up, because all of us want to go to bed. Alright, so there you have it. This is your Wave 2 Build-A-Figure for the Age of Apocalypse Marvel Legends X-Men series. Colossus, wonderful. I do love this every time I see it. I mean, it looks like he's fighting and that thing is just blowing in the wind. I do like him without all the straps and everything. I know I mentioned I'm tired. If you guys can hear it, that's my dog snoring and breathing while he sleeps. What can I say? Got the wonderful life of a dog. Anyway, I'm rambling on. It's long. You guys have seen the Yoda shirt now 4 times. You've seen me way too many. I feel like I should be doing wardrobe changes. I should be like some sort of pop star. But that's not me. I just want to review the figures, put them up on YouTube. I will mention, once again, I will put links to all the figures that I did reviews of in the description. Target, again, they seem to be getting these waves. They're not even getting waves, they're getting figures, cases of 8. Target had the case of Magneto, which was 8, Iceman, that was 8, and a Rogue, that was 8. I went into Walmart today, found all the figures. They come in cases of 8, so all 7 figures are there with 2 Magnetos. Remember, Magneto is the one that you don't need to build him, but again, if you're buying 6 figures to get 1 Build-A-Figure, you might as well pick up the 7th figure, who's actually the leader of the X-Men in this timeline. So again, no case form, no box form, I mean, but you do have a wonderful looking figure. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of these other X-Men all over the place, loose sold, because people just want to build a figure. And again, this is the figure that is going to stand with so many of your displays, depending on how you display everything. So anyway, I'm getting out of here. 4 videos a night, it's too much. I got 4 brand new Master of the Universe classic figures that I haven't even touched or thought about opening. I was running gymnastics with my daughter today. I worked all day. Here we go. It's come to the end of the day, or shall I say, I'm on a new day. Anyway, I'm out of here. Punk with Toys. Give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Follow the channel. I'll do reviews on most of the stuff that I get. And time for me to go, and time for you guys to go out and do some toy hunting. Have a great night.